So in this video we are going to discuss about the topic radioactive waste and greenhouse effect and the global warming. So first it is radioactive waste. So radioactive waste was first hailed as a non-polluting way of generating electricity. First they thought that it is a non-polluting way. But later on when they started using nuclear energy, the use of this nuclear energy was identified with two inherent major problems. That is, one is accidental leakage, that is which has occurred in 3 Mile Island and Chernobyl incident are the examples of this accidental leakage. And there was no safe disposal of radioactive waste. So these are the two inherent problems that are caused by the usage of nuclear energy. First one is accidental leakage and the second one is safe disposal of radioactive waste. So this nuclear radiation actually caused extreme damage to the biological organisms. So this where it is released out or where in a place of water or land, anywhere it is, it caused complete damage to the biological organisms which survived at the particular area. It also accelerated, that is, it also causes mutations to occur on a very high rate. So the mutation rate could not be controlled and it was increased several times than the normal rate. So when this nuclear radiation is at higher dose, it is lethal. But when it is at lower doses, it causes various disorders. That is, it causes many diseases in human beings or organisms of the particular environment. But most frequently the cancer was the major problem caused out by these nuclear radiations. So this nuclear waste actually has to be dealt with very highly consciously. We have to deal with this nuclear waste, and it is an extremely potent pollutant. So we have to store this nuclear waste in a suitably sealed containers, and it has to be buried under 500 meter deep. But this method of eradicating the radioactive waste was completely opposed by the public. So they were the persons who were about to bury this or the person who was ready to apply this method of disposal for the radioactive or the nuclear waste, the public people showed stiff opposition towards them. So now global effect and global warming. So global effect is a phenomenon that is derived from phenomenon that occurs in a greenhouse. So greenhouse is nothing but it is a small glass house in which the plants are mostly grown during the time of winter. So during the winter this greenhouse helps in growing plants. So the greenhouse consists of a glass panel. So this glass panel lets the light in but does not allow the heat, that is it allows the light from the sun to get inside, and it makes a particular amount of temperature to rise, and that heat is not allowed to escape. So this greenhouse is used to grow plants during the time of winter. It is something like the car that has been parked in the sun for a few hours. So inside a car there will be a temperature, a warm temperature. So the car for a particular period of time when it is parked in the sun for a few hours. So the greenhouse is nothing but it is a very natural phenomenon. So the automatic it helps in the heating of Earth's surface and atmosphere. So the Earth's atmosphere and the Earth's surface gets heat because of this greenhouse effect. So if the greenhouse effect is completely absent, then the situation, that is the surface of the temperature, average temperature of the Earth's surface would be minus 18 degrees Celsius. But the present average is 15 degrees Celsius. Then think of the difference, then what condition or in what situation will the surface of the Earth will be. It will be extremely cold and it will become a very pathetic condition for certain organisms to survive in the surface of the Earth. So it is also necessary for us to know the fate of the energy of sunlight. So what happens to the sunlight that reaches the outermost atmosphere? So here the solar radiations that are incoming. So the clouds and gases almost reflect 1/4 of the gases, and maximum 1/4 is absorbed by the clouds and gases, where more than half of the heat reaches the earth's surface. But this heat which reaches the earth's surface are not reflected back. So only a very small amount of them is reflected back. Though these are reflected back, they cannot escape into space because the atmospheric gases absorb the major portion. So the atmospheric gases like carbon dioxide, methane, etc. some examples of this, but a major fraction of this infrared radiations which are re-emitted into the atmosphere are absorbed maximum by these atmospheric gases. So these molecules, the gases radiate heat energy. So these molecules of gases radiate heat energy. So by which we can understand that the major part of the heat comes back to the earth's surface again. So this cycle is repeated many times. That is called greenhouse effect. So we call carbon dioxide and methane as a major greenhouse gases because these two gases are it plays a major role in the greenhouse effect. So these greenhouse gases, when the temperature increases, it leads the earth to undergo global warming. So when there is an increase in the temperature of the earth, then it completely leads to global warming. So in the earth's temperature has at most during the past century alone, it has reached up to 0.6 degrees Celsius. That to last 3 decades. In last 3 decades, the earth's temperature has led to 0.6 temperature, rise in 0.6 temperature. So now when the rise in temperature occurs in the earth's surface, it leads to some deleterious changes in the earth's surface and also odd climatic changes. So the climatic changes will not be regular and it gets affected by this global warming, that is by the increase in the temperature. For example, we can tell it as El Nino effect. So this temperature changes, this increase in heat automatically leads to the melting of polar ice caps. So if this melting of polar ice caps repeat or further happens, the water, that is the ice caps, will melt and it will reach the ocean, so that the water level in the oceans increase. So the coastal areas which are nearby the oceans get submerged. So this is a major cause that is caused by global warming. So it will be a very pathetic condition when all the ice caps gets melted and the increase in the level of water. So there are measures to control global warming also. So the major measures to control global warming are we have to reduce the usage of fossil fuels. So we use a lot of amount of fossil fuels. Rather than fossil fuels, we can find some alternatives so that we can reduce the effects of global warming on our atmosphere or in our environment. So the cutting down of the usage of fossil fuels. Then we have to plant more trees in order to make the earth's surface cool. So if we plant more trees, the amount of oxygen is increased and it makes the climate cool, and it does not it helps in reducing the temperature of the environment or the earth's surface. And we also have to improve the efficiency of energy usage. So we have to improve the usage of energies, and we have to slow down the growth of human population. So when human population increases, it also in certain cases leads to, that is indirectly it leads to greenhouse effects, that is increase in greenhouse effects, increase in temperature, then finally to global warming. So slowing down, so we have to slow down the growth of the human population, and also we have to reduce deforestation. So as we are already suggested that we have to plant more trees, we also have to reduce the deforestation. So many people, when we cut down all the trees, the lands become flat, that is they are directly exposable to the sunlight, that the UV radiation, so that it may increase the temperature of the earth's surface, so the underground water may get evaporated. So this there is a chain of affection that is affects the effects that are caused by this global warming, that is by the deforestation. So according to this, deforestation and planting trees can be taken into the main accordance, whereas cutting down on fossil fuels are also important, and the slowdown of the Earth's atmosphere is very important. So whereas international initiatives, so internationally certain things are also taken in order to reduce the emission of this greenhouse gas into the atmosphere. So emission of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere like carbon dioxide and methane has to be reduced. Only then the global warming can come into an conclusion, or it cannot come into a conclusion, but it can be controlled up to a certain limit before it exceeds beyond the borderline. Thank you.